everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will be discussing the movie Sylvie's Love. Oh my goodness, you guys. So I just recently watched this movie. It's on Amazon Prime and I know I'm late, but it was like the perfect movie to watch for Valentine's Day weekend. So I just had to get on here and just talk to you all about it because I was so excited about it and I just loved it. I watched this movie probably about 3 or 4 times back to back. I know, overkill, but it's like, it's a perfect love story. So I just had to come on and talk to you all. Oh, matter of fact, don't let me get too much ahead of myself. I hope that you all had a fabulous Valentine's Day weekend and that you were able to spend some time with your loved ones. And look at one of the little presents that my husband got for me. It's a rose and it says love down here. I'm a hopeless romantic. So yeah, this will be something I'll be able to keep forever. Put this over here. Y'all can't really see it in the video, but I had to make sure I let y'all get a little sneak peek. But yeah, anyway, you guys, I just recently watched the movie Sylvie's Love. And it's set back in the 1950s, 1960s. It's a love story about Sylvie and Robert. Oh my goodness. You know, most of the time whenever I see love movies, I think, or romantic movies, I think that they're a little corny or whatever, but you know, every now and then I'll see one that like really speaks to my heart. And my favorite love story used to be The Notebook, but this one's better than The Notebook. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's actually a black love story. If you're anything like me and you just love all things love, if you haven't already, need to go out and check out the movie Sylvie's Love. Look it up on Amazon Prime. So the movie Sylvie's Love starts out with a scene depicting Sylvie waiting outside of like a concert hall, and the song The Nearest of You by Nancy Wilson is playing, and it just sets the mood, the romantic type of feel, and it's nighttime, and then she locks eyes with a man walking by and she's like, Robert, and you see that Robert is actually someone from her past that she's known some time ago. So then the movie flashes back 5 years prior, and it just tells the love story of Sylvie and Robert and how they met at Sylvie's father's record store. And at the time she was actually engaged, but that didn't really that didn't serve as too much of an obstacle in the way of getting in between that little summer fling. Also in the movie we see Sylvie's cousin. Her cousin's name is Mona. A little fun fact for you all is that my grandmother's nickname for me was Mona. So I liked seeing that. But yeah, Sylvie has a cousin, Mona, who's like her best friend. They're basically like sisters. They're sharing everything together, and Mona is actually having a summer fling of her own. They're all hanging out, and at first it starts off innocent, but then Sylvie and Robert, they develop feelings for each other, and they start telling each other their views on life and what they're most passionate about. For instance, Sylvie, she really loves TV and she wants to actually make TV shows one day. And of course Robert, he wants to be big in music. He's very passionate about playing in his band and being a jazz musician. The thing that I liked about, one of the things that I loved about the movie is the fact that Robert, or B flat as he's called, or Bobby, Sylvie's love interest in the movie, you can tell that he really had strong feelings for Sylvie and he really wanted to be with her, but he wasn't very pushy on her. He wanted her to want him as well, but he wasn't going to force anything. And with Sylvie, she seemed like she was in a space of being unsure. Like she knew what her heart wanted, but she didn't know if it was the best thing for the both of them, and you know, as far as them being together. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people can like resonate with. It's like, you know, when you fall in love, not knowing whether you should follow your mind or follow your heart. They both ended up pursuing their prospective careers, she ends up actually becoming a television producer, and him and his band, they enjoy some success traveling around the world, playing in different jazz clubs and with other musicians. But then they cross paths again, and it's like automatic sparks come up again. Old feelings that they once had for each other are still there. One of the things that I love most about this movie is that they loved each other. They loved each other so deeply. But you ever heard of the phrase, if you love something, let it go, and if it's yours, it'll come back? That's exactly what happened. Like, look at the space and time that they spent apart from each other, and they were able to pursue their different careers and find out and live a little, you know what I'm saying, experience life. And I think a lot of times people feel like, oh, I love this person so much, so I have to sacrifice what I want or what I need in my life in order to please this other person, when you're not going to be totally happy, you know what I'm saying, if you're letting go a piece of you. And they were able to figure out that, you know, the one thing in life that really, really makes them happy, like, oh, they're both very passionate about their careers and stuff, but the one thing that made them, each other complete was each other, just their love for each other. Yeah. Oh, I love that movie so much, and I'm probably going to watch it some more, and I may even try to see if I can like buy it on DVD or something, because I don't want to have to just be streaming it all the time. I want that physical copy of the actual movie, because it's just such a beautiful love story. And the music, the jazz music that they played throughout the movie was just so beautiful. All of the Nancy Wilson, the Thelonious Monk music, the soundtrack is just amazing. It's so beautiful. And the movie is actually dedicated to Diane Carroll, which is one of my most favorite actresses of all time. It's dedicated to Diane Carroll, Nancy Wilson, and Doris Day. And those are three women who were actually very prominent during the time period that the movie was shot. And they actually passed away in 2019, which was when the movie was actually made. So yeah, it was just like a beautiful love story. I love that the movie was shot in the civil rights era, but it didn't focus so much on the racism and different inequalities too much. There was a scene or two where it was like, you know, Sylvie was faced with, you know, a moment where somebody said something very inappropriate and racist around her, but it didn't focus too much on it. And I love the fact that Sylvie's cousin Mona, she was a debutante. She seemed to be a debutante just like Sylvie, so she knows etiquette and proper ways about going about things, but she also had a wild side, and you know, she was getting her little summer loving going on, but she also worked in civil rights, and she was going to the marches and signing up people to vote and stuff, which I love, because it's showing like the duality of a character. You don't have to be one thing. You don't have to be just loose. You can also be loose and be all for the people. Black power. Alright, you guys, well, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and drop down in the comment section and let me know whether or not you've seen Sylvie's Love. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.